Straight ahead, that's what forest fire damage looks like. This happened 5 years ago. So about a year and a half back, they cleared out those trees. That was eucalyptus. All these thick, bushy trees you see below us here, that's eucalyptus. 66 degrees now. So never quite cold enough to snow on Kauai, but in the wintertime, Maui and the Big Island, it can definitely snow there. People have gone skiing on the Big Island. Should be another pay road coming up. This goes down to those domes to our left. That's a tracking station called Makaha Ridge. That's used by the Pacific Missile Range. Everything left of those domes out there, that's naval airspace. Now if you want a longer trail up in the canyon, something with a nice payoff, try the one called Nuololo. That trail ends up on the edge of that cliff straight ahead of us. But if you go all the way to the point where you reach a metal fence, that's an epic view, and I'll show you. So again, trail's right on the edge of this cliff up here, Nuololo. Hardly ever see more than maybe 2-3 people a day on this trail right here. So as we start to cross over the ridgeline here, just take a look around you, and here she comes. Welcome to Nepali. That beautiful reef down to our left is called Nuololo Kai. Smaller boats, when they come out, love that spot. Lots of sea turtles hanging around there. Nice flat water. So far, got at least one boat down there. Oh, there's a bunch of people down there. What we'll do first is head into a valley called Honupu. Same name as the beach coming up closest to us right now. It can be reached, but only during the summer. Only by swimming to it. It's known to be Hawaiian burial grounds. That's the one called Valley of the Kings. I think you'll figure out pretty quickly too why it's one of my favorites. Well, the reason I love this valley is we get towards the back, I want you to look way back to your left here, like you're going to be looking out towards the ocean, and take a look at this view coming up. Don't forget to look up around her too. These are actually really unique cliffs. They're called fluted cliffs, sometimes called cathedrals. They go up about 4,000 feet right here. On a longer beach you'll see approaching to our right, that's Kalalau. That's where the Nepali Trail ends. That's 22 miles round trip. It's about 9 hours one way. In the summer months what you'll see is a lot of people paddle to it. It's a lot faster. Only time of year the water's calm enough actually. Here's what you could do though, if you drive to the end of the road up in the canyon, you can look right into this valley up here. This is Kalalau. The overlook's all the way up in the back of the valley by the clouds up there. There's a beautiful trail that runs the contour of the ridge called Pihia. Super easy. I'll try and show you what parts of the Nepali Trail look like too. Bear in mind that some of the trail is only 8 inches. What I'll end up showing you is probably the wider parts of the trail though.
Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic.
Part of the trail is down to our left here. There's a red pinnacle down there. The trail goes on the left side of it. That's what they call Red Hill.
Smell the sea and feel
The trail continues along the outside edge of this cliff right here. That's about 9 miles in. In fact, as you look straight down to your right, you'll see it directly below you here in a couple seconds. Be right there. Straight down. The hardest part of the trail though, you can look it up online later on, there's a bunch of videos about it. It's called Crawler's Ledge. Also known as Crier's Ledge. That trail continues to our left there. It's right above that little sea cave with the 2 little waterfalls down there. That flat spot above it's one of our search and rescue helipads. That's called Mile 8. They're all tiny like that. So nobody will kayak Nepali except for during the summer. It's just because the waves are too big out here normally. 15 to 25 feet is about average. Sometimes as high as 50 feet. As far as the depth of the water, it's about 40 feet here immediately. The boats have been having fun getting real close to the cliffs here. And you should see a little beach around the corner up ahead. That's Hanakapiai. Miles of the Nepali Trail. Normally it would take about an hour to get there. And it seems like every year people try to swim there regardless of the signs. You probably don't want to do that. That beach is responsible for almost 1,000 drownings just there. The trail typically starts at Ke'e Beach. That's the one you see way up ahead, normally where the road ends on the north shore. You can't get to it anymore though. It was always a beautiful place to snorkel, sunsets, but ever since the flood occurred on the north shore, it went from one of the busiest beaches on the island to virtually zero overnight. We're going to change up the perspective here in a moment. By the way, coral are the dark spots you see below you right now. Light spots are sand. The really dark spots, you got a couple of them around here, just shadows. Already, as you look at Ke'e Beach up ahead of us here, look on the far right side of the beach up there and you can see the shape of the coral creates a perfect little lagoon. That's what's always made it so popular. As we swing around here, this will let us look back down the Nepali coastline about 11 miles. I think you'll appreciate this view coming up. Nepali, by the way, just means the cliffs. Take a look. How many days you see clouds that high in Nepali? Normally they hang down about 50%.